Borat 2, Borat, the subsequent film, is the brand new Amazon Prime original movie. And once again, stars Sacha Baron Cohen in the lead as Borat. Also, Maria Bakalova, who stars as Tutar, Sacha Baron Cohen's daughter in the movie, and basically tells the story of Sacha Baron Cohen's Borat 14 years after the first film in 2006. And he's basically in prison doing stuff like that in Gulag. And he's sent back to the United States to send a woman a gift to Michael Pence, then Rudy Giuliani. And that is the goal for Kazakhstan, to prevent Sacha Baron Cohen, Borat, being executed by his government. And also the movie is an hour and 35 minutes and is rated R. My name is Max River. Welcome back to a brand new Amazon Prime, my first Amazon Prime review here on Matt Talks Movies. And today, as you see, Borat 2 is what I'll be talking about. Before we get started with this review, please hit that like button. Also, please subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, share the video, and also leave me down in the comment section. Let's have a good discussion in the comment section down below. Let me know, do you love the first one? Are you really pumped for the second one? Have you even seen the first one? Are you going into the second one blind? Tell me all that in the comment section down below. Also, if you've seen Borat 2, do you like it more than the first? Tell me all your spots, non-spoiler, in the description, in the comment section down below. So let's get into this review. So I was really, really excited for Borat 2. I really liked the first one. I think it's a real hit, which basically put Sacha Baron Cohen on the map. This character I think has become really synonymous with him. Probably the most famous character, maybe Ali G, his character in The Dictator, have really been his biggest character so far. And he was literally just in my opinion, my favorite movie of the year, Trial of Chicago 7, in a very serious, but he did a comedic timing role. So it's weird to go from the Trial of Chicago 7, a true story, a serious movie, and going from him in that movie, which he was, by the way, terrific in, and now you're moving him in back to Borat, which is a very interesting release schedule decision. But this is on Prime, and again, I really love the first one. I think he did a great job. It's a cult hit. Now, is it one of my favorite comedies of all time? It's definitely not, but it's a movie that I think everyone needs to see. Does it hold up well? Probably not, but again, I enjoy the first one. So the second one is a very different movie. Now, it's a lot more political, as you saw in the trailer. I'm not going to reveal any spoilers. There's a lot of twists and turns, a lot of cameos, but I'm just going to keep it down to, did I really enjoy the movie? And I did enjoy the movie for the most part. Once again, Sacha Baron Cohen is really, really good as Borat. And obviously his multitude of disguises throughout the movie all are really funny. And you really are laughing for most of the movie. I think this movie does have a lot more breaks of time where you're not laughing. And just like the first one, it goes for every single joke. And again, just like the first movie, everyone's going to get offended. Women are going to get offended. Republicans, Democrats, both sides are going to be offended. Jewish people are going to get offended. African Americans, everyone gets offended in this movie. And that is Borat. If this is the first time you ever saw Sacha Baron Cohen, if you've ever seen the character, if you've never heard of the character Borat, you sat down and watched this movie, you might be really offended. And that is the point of the movie. Just like the first one, it goes for everyone. Now, this movie heavily focuses on the fact that Borat, again, this was filmed during the COVID production. They sneaked in, secretly filmed this movie, and this was all during COVID. And guess what? It seems like they filmed it just before COVID, and then right into COVID, they finished the movie, and it is insane. The stuff that transpires in this movie is insanity. You can't believe a lot of the stuff makes it to film. Like, this is in a movie. You saw in the trailer he goes to a Mike Pence rally. That does happen in the movie. Everyone now is talking about the Rudy Giuliani scene. And yes, it's more disturbing when you picture it in the whole movie and you see the full scene transpire. And again, the big addition that had to work was Maria Bakalova, who plays Borat's daughter. And she does a phenomenal job in the movie. And she honestly steals most of the movie. I was kind of nervous because Borat sometimes isn't on screen, and it's really her movie for some of it, and it still feels fresh with her character. Now, her character feels a lot more fresher than Borat. Obviously, with the sequel, it will definitely not feel as fresh as the first one, especially when the first movie came out almost 15 years ago. So the character Borat now, is Borat hilarious in this movie? Yes. Sacha Baron Cohen's great. Was it as funny or as fresh as the first one? Definitely not. There's a lot of jokes that made me hysterically laugh, like really get me, and some jokes just didn't. It's the usual rated R jokes, the penis jokes, those type of jokes, the drug jokes, those type of jokes, sex jokes. They all are in this movie, and sometimes they just don't work because back in the day, stuff like that was really funny, and a lot of comedies have used that a lot, and it's kind of burnt out. And Borat does burn it out just a touch. Borat hangs out with two Republicans in the South. They go to Trump rallies and all that type of stuff. Like, this movie is insane. The fact that some people just couldn't recognize, and that was kind of a good joke in the first act, was the fact that Borat, walks around and everyone knows who he is in this movie. Not like the first movie where no one knew who he was. Everyone knows who he is in this movie. So that was a very interesting way to also explore this character. But again, I really enjoyed the movie. I think it's a fun movie. I do have a couple issues. The plot itself goes a little all over the place, and there's a big twist at the end, and you can kind of see it coming a mile away. It's not going to fool you in any sense of the doubt. We start with the movie, and we have a plan on what's going to happen. They need to send this thing to Mike Pence, and like 5 minutes later, that plan is already done. So it's very weird. This movie gives you a plan to begin the movie, and then it's already done with in the first act, and there's another plan, and there's another plan, and there's another plan. So this movie has a little too much going on. And again, this movie is trying to offend. I was definitely offended. Was I laughing during the part that offended me? Absolutely not. But this is the movie that you're in for. If you're going to get offended too easily, this movie is not taking itself seriously at all, just like the first one. But in my opinion, this movie is way too political. That was what I was most nervous about with the movie, is that it would lean on political jokes. And obviously, we see Mike Pence in this movie. We see Rudy Giuliani. But would it lead too much on politics? And it sure did in the second half of the movie, even though I do believe the second half of the movie has a lot more funnier jokes than the first half. At the first half, it got off to a bit of a rocky start. Nothing was really funny that was going on. Really, the first half of the movie, I would say, is callbacks, references to the first Borat. And then the second half is a totally different movie. It's a brand new movie. Now, the big question also for people out there who have not seen Borat, do you have to see Borat 1 to see this movie? Now, first of all, I would highly recommend Borat 1 because it is better than this movie. But do you have to see before watching this movie? Absolutely not. There are references, of course, to the first movie, but it's not leaning too heavily if you have seen the first movie, which I did actually like that they went in that direction. I would have actually liked a little more callbacks, but it was good to see that. But this movie was way too political, and it just drove it in a weird direction in the second act. The second act was kind of bland, in my opinion. There were a couple of jokes that really landed, and then again, like most of the movie, it did land as well. But the main difference between this one and the first one for me is that in the first movie, I was continuously laughing throughout the whole movie. And here, there were too many breaks where I was not laughing. And that was a bit of a big disappointment for me. Is that just like the first one, I wanted to laugh throughout the movie. But here, I wasn't laughing as much. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a funny movie. And Sacha Baron Cohen is easily one of the best working actors, in my opinion, comedy-wise right now. Drama as well, just a total complete package. Trial Chicago 7 is a much better movie than this one. Will not be winning any awards by the time 2021 hits. But will this movie be memorable will be the big question. Before I end this review, guys, hit that like button, subscribe, ring that bell, share, and comment. Do you like this one better than the first one? How much do you like this movie? Do you disagree or agree with my opinion? And do you think that people will be going back to the second one just like we've been doing for the first one? Let me know all of that thoughts in the comment section, guys. So Borat 2, the subsequent film, has just dropped today on Amazon Prime. I am going to give a 3.5 out of 5. I'm going to give it a 65%, guys. I was almost going to a 3, but I put it up a 0.5 because there were a couple jokes that really had me belly laughing. So I'll give it a 3.5, but it is not one of the best movies of the year. It's not in my top 20. It's a movie that if you know what you're getting for, you're going to really enjoy it. If you don't, you're going to be really offended. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this, my first Amazon Prime original movie review. I'll be doing many of more in the foreseeable future because I literally last week just got Amazon Prime, so I'll be checking out all those movies, the new movies that they bring out, and this was the first one. I have one more review for you guys this weekend, Over the Moon, the brand new Netflix animated movie I am watching tonight, and I'll be reviewing that for you guys tomorrow morning. Once again, guys, no live stream tomorrow. Earlier today, I reviewed On the Rocks, the brand new Apple TV Plus movie review, and I also reviewed another movie the other day. So you can check out all my reviews right now on Rebecca was my last review before that. So I'll put both those links be next to me. I'll see you guys in the next one.